Sometimes I wonder if extra words are actually needed in California statutes. So, for example, I've seen numerous instances in which I think there are extraneous words in bills and ultimately in statutes among the 29 codes encompassing California statutes. Of course, being concise is a key principle in drafting legislation. So here are two examples of language which I consistently find in California statutes as well as pending legislation. The first one is the use of the word may. Now, our codes, our 29 codes, they have preliminary or general provisions that include an important guiding principle. It says that the word shall is mandatory and the word may is permissive. So when the term may is used, it obviously conveys a permissive or discretionary action is to be undertaken. So what's the first example of something I find duplicative in California law? Well, often it says a court may, at its discretion or in its discretion, blah, blah, blah. Now, since we know the term may is discretionary, this statute allows the court to take an action if it decides to do so. So why is the phrase at its discretion consistently utilized in California bills and statutes? I think it's necessary and duplicative. So the statute, I think, should simply say a court may do whatever is specified. The second example is, again, an additional phrase that we come across whenever we see in statute or bills the word including. Now, when California law defines a term, if it's specific and limiting, the statute uses the term means. This word means this specific thing and only that which is included after the word means. On the other hand, when we're not limiting the language, we use the word including. So including means that the definition includes the terms or items that are listed, but it could be other ones. But we still see consistently in California law, including but not limited to. And this is another example where I think it's unnecessary and duplicative. Using the term including, we already know is listing something that is not all encompassing or not all inclusive. So in my mind, you just have to say including and not include the subparagraph, but not limited to. Now, again, these are two examples that I find throughout bills, throughout statutes. And in my mind, I think we shouldn't use them. But ultimately, it's up to the discretion, of course, of the legislative lawyers at the Office of Legislative Counsel.